Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are making a video about German family reunion visa. So in this video we are going to cover how to apply for your appointment, what documents do you need, and some tips about how you prepare yourself for your appointment and how to go to embassy.
How to get an appointment at the German embassy.
Okay, so in Pakistan you have two options. You either apply from German embassy Islamabad, and if you are from Karachi you can apply from German consulate Karachi. So if you are from KPK Punjab, so you have to apply from German embassy Islamabad. So actually you go on their website. They have an official website where you go and you can get your register actually for your appointment, because there is a long waiting list. So number one, you have to make sure that you are selecting the right category. If you want family reunion visa, make sure you click on family reunion visa. If you want a student visa, visit visa, whatever, so please make sure you click on the correct category. And number two, make sure you enter your passport number and your name correctly, because when you have to go to the embassy, when you have your appointment, they have to check your appointment email you got from the embassy with your documents, with your passport. To make sure that once you get the email from embassy, at the end of this email you have a link where you can cancel your appointment, because if you don't want to go or something, so you can cancel this appointment. So please make sure you don't click on it, because a couple of people, they wait for 8 months and then they are checking their email if they get anything from any email from the embassy, and they mistakenly click on this link and their appointment is cancelled. So 8 months are gone wasted. You guys should really have a lot of patience, because you know, for me they wrote down that I will get my appointment in 5 months, you know, and I got my appointment in roundabout in 1 year. So yeah, they have a lot of people. I don't know if they are working or if they are not really working in the embassy, but you guys have to wait, so have some patience.
Which documents do you need?
Actually, you need a whole bunch of documents. Okay, so actually we went to the embassy. I went with my wife. Luckily they let us in without an appointment, and they gave us a list of documents that one need for family reunion visa. So I'm going to share it on the screen, and make sure you make 3 copies of each document with A4 size, you know, and 3 copies of you should have 3 forms, you know, and 3 copies of each document. And here is a tip: before submitting all of your documents, make sure your passport is valid, your ID card is valid. And a lot of people get a lot of trouble with birth certificate, because in Pakistan we don't make birth certificate for a kid just right away after birth. And nikah nama, they have some problems, so I'm gonna discuss it briefly. So with birth certificate, it needed to be registered, I guess, within 2 months after birth in Pakistan, but the rules are changed. For example, in KBK it's not so strict as compared to Islamabad or in Punjab. So for me it was not such a big problem. For KPK, you just go to your union council and submit your matric DMC or your FSC DMC, and as a proof, you know, so it's not a problem. But make sure you submit the copies of your DMCs in the union council. And if you are illiterate, so you know, you need 2 witnesses and a stamp paper, you know, as it's like an undertaking that, yeah, I know, for example, I know Umar Farooq and he was born and so. So this is very straightforward. And I don't know about Islamabad and Punjab, but they have to go for this a long, painful process. You have to do your medical or something. So yeah, make sure it's different for different areas. So a lot of people do nikah online, and they get a lot of trouble with embassy, because embassy will never ever accept your online nikah. So make sure you guys met each other, you guys, you both the bride and the bridegroom were present at the time of nikah. So please make sure that. And again, with nikah, it's also different. Nikah nama, you have to submit a copy of nikah nama with your Maulvi Sahib, the one who said your nikah. And the other thing, you have to submit one of the copy in your union council, so as a proof. So, and the original, of course, you have to keep it with yourself in KPK. But in Punjab, I guess you have to make 4 different kind of nikah namas, original, and all of the stamps, everything should be original on each nikah nama. And I don't know why one Maulvi Sahib has to take it, and union council, and 2, I guess you have to keep it with you, and 1 you have to submit it in the embassy. So make sure, inform yourself. I will share a link of a group on Facebook, which was really helpful for me when I was going on through this process. So make sure, if you have a question, post there. Okay, and number 3, I would like to talk about Meldebescheinigung. It's like a city registration in Germany. So you need it from your spouse. Whoever is living, a husband or wife in Germany, they should send you extended Meldebescheinigung. 1 is a normal one, 1 is extended one. So actually you need an extended one in the embassy. So make sure it should not be older than 6 months. Okay, so before moving into apartment day, so I would share a small tip for you guys. Please keep learning German. You have the whole entire year to learn German, so it will help you pass your A1. And during this wedding process, sometimes the A1 get older than 1 year, so it actually expired. Embassy need the A1 certificate. They should not be older than 1 year. So if you are learning German in this time, so there would be no problem. You can go and just go for another A1 test. So yeah, please be more productive. Okay, before I share my experience in the embassy, I would like to share here a small story with you guys. When I was waiting for my apartment so badly, because it was in apartment, they said I'll get my apartment in 5 months, and it was already 8 months, 9 months, and I was really getting worried about it. And it was Zohar time, I was in the mosque, and I prayed, oh Allah, please, when I go back home, and there should be an email in my email box from the embassy that I get my apartment the next month. And when I went home, I was just eat after my lunch. I went into my room, and when I just took my phone, and it just had a notification from German embassy Islamabad, and it was saying that finally I got my apartment the next month. Wow, so it's really amazing, alhamdulillah. So before going for your apartment, make sure you have all of your documents with you. And other tip I would like to share with you guys, whatever you give to the embassy, please make sure you have an extra copy of the documents with you, so that you know which document have you given to the embassy. So it will be really helpful for you. And once you really need to be on time in the embassy, try to be 10-20 minutes before there. So if you are going into Islamabad embassy, it's right on Barimam Road. It's actually, if you cannot find it, it's where you go to the Qadi Azam University Islamabad. You have to submit your phone, and yeah, these days make sure you have your gloves and your mask with you because of coronavirus. And you submit your phone with them. After that, you get 1,000. You have to pay 1,000 rupees for a bus that takes you from this diplomatic enclave to the embassy. So make sure you have some cash with you. Once you go inside, make sure you make your documents in a sequence as mentioned on the website or the list I shared. For example, 1, 2, 3, it should be in the sequence. And yeah, in the interview is completely normal. They ask about you, about your family, about your spouse family, how did you met and how was everything, you know, that's completely normal. And they check your documents and that's it. So yeah, make sure you don't forget any of the important documents, please. You know, take everything with you, make sure you have everything so you won't have any problem. And another thing, you know, you guys should really notice, this is the final tip, that once you submit a lawyer verification fee, you know, it's about 40,000 rupees, but maybe it got changed, you have to go and look on the website, maybe it's 50,000, but make sure you take the notes, it should be 5,000 notes, you know, 5,000 notes. Like, you know, it doesn't mean you gave them 1,000, like 50,000, you know? And you have to submit the visa fee in a bank which is within the premises of embassy. And if your spouse is a German national, you know, so you don't need to submit any visa fee. So for me, I didn't pay anything, only my lawyer verification fee. Okay guys, that was it for today. So in the next video we are going to cover the lawyer verification, visa refusal and remonstration, and yeah, finally visa call. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, because you know, I really want to make this video so people know how to apply for this, the whole process. And number two, I want you guys to be protected from agents, you know. So yeah, and yeah, please remember us in your prayers, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video.